We have touched on this subject when you were introducing yourself, but I would like to talk a little bit about the Yugoslav diasporic scene in Toronto, Hamilton area, because through this radio show, which had a lot of musicians from our area coming in the studio or sending their music to me, I've noticed that the scene is first of all, very active. Second, it's getting more and more serious in terms that although we still have bands who play covers of Yugoslav rock classics, which is good by itself, and they do it really well, most of them, we have more and more artists, groups who are making their own music, original lyrics, original compositions. As a part of this scene, do you see the same thing? And if you can maybe give us an idea, who are the bands to look for, who are the artists to take a notice of?
Yeah, I mean, I've been, just like you're very passionate about like that whole scene. I've been like following not just Canada, but also what's happening in US or Australia, Europe. But I can tell you that the biggest concentration is GTA, like the number of bands, like through the history of the thing. And you know, there's a really good band, Social Bandits. You can find them on YouTube. There's Offshoot. There's us, of the active ones. But there's been numerous ones that are. There's a really good band in Chicago called Ode. There was a few of them in Australia, quite active. But it ranges from like everything from like punk rock to, you know, classic rock, even some newer styles. So it's good to see, you know.
Do you remember a young guy out of Detroit named Haris Kajtazovic? He came
of course, yeah, the singer guy,
He
yeah.
ended up, he had a cover band, and he was very talented. He ended up writing his own music and making his own videos, and so I don't know if he's still active or not, but he's worth mentioning.
I don't know. He was pretty good,
he
yeah.
was very good, yeah. Haris Kajtazovic was very good. Detroit.
I would like to say that Boro is one of the members from the refugees.
Yeah, Beast Refugees. Yeah. We were
and I heard about them first, actually.
So they were like kind of the first of this scene, first band of the scene.
Cover band.
Yeah. Post-war, we were here in GHTA or GTHA, 1995, around there. We got together. Some musicians from all over there. I'm born here. Everybody was from. The rest of the band members were from former Yugoslavia. And then we got together. We made a cover band, and it covered all of that music. And we just decided, we proceeded to perform for the next 10 years, both here and abroad. In the U.S. We did some U.S. dates, a lot of obviously Ontario dates.
That's right.
And it was great. It kept people. It created a community. It brought people together, and it opened myself up to the huge catalog that former Yugoslavia had, right?
Correct.
Of pop and rock and all of that.
That's right, and there was a need for something like this for all the people who came, right? And there was missing that part, from their regular lives. That was part of their lives, right? And I, by accident, was part of another band that was called First DVD, and we performed in Opera House solo, which was really, really kind of, nobody knew about us at that time, but then after that show was involved in the Bypass band and so forth. There was another band called Balkanski Plagiat.
Out of Kitchener,
very good
That's right.
cover
that was
band.
a really good band.
So
really
those
good
were
band.
like some kind of foundation of what this will become, and also to mention one important thing that was about the whole tribute to EKV that actually introduced to myself all the bands that exist here, and that's how actually we started.
For the context, what was the year that this now legendary tribute to EKV?
That was
2001 or two.
November 29th.
But just for the
2002.
audience, it's EKV is like a really
Huge
insanely influential post-punk band out of Yugoslavia.
Right, which
And-
means
yeah.
Catherine the Great, translated to
Yeah.
English. Ekaterina
Yeah, yeah.
Velika. Yeah.
But it's something like XTC / Public Image Limited, you
Yeah.
know.
You have to put them some songs so that they can.
That's right.
Reflect.
They were also produced by a non-Yugoslav producer, which was Ted Yanni out of Australia.
And he was present at that tribute.
He was president.
Yep.
I got to meet Ted Yanni. It's very, very, very interesting gentleman. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned this EKV tribute. We had Pudna Jug festival.
That came
much later. That's
later,
right.
yeah.
We also had a Rock Diaspora festival. Those are the festivals where in one evening you can see like 5 to 8
At least
Yugoslav
At
bands.
least, At least.
Yeah, and do you know if you have anything like that coming up anytime soon?
There's something else brewing right now. So not Rock Diaspora Fest happened
Mhm.
twice, and it's probably not going to happen again. But there's this little pub
Yes.
on Brown's Line called
It's
South Shore Bar and Grill,
Yeah.
and so it became a hub for. And it's not just like which I really like. It's not just our diaspora. It's a mix.
Mhm.
So now we're really starting to contribute more to the culture of Toronto. Like we are here, So how do we
Right,
now
right.
plug in? So there's a bunch of like jamming sessions, gigs. It's an awesome space. We just had a tribute to one of our friends that died last year. So we rehearsed a bunch of songs that he made, and it was full, packed. So yeah, check it out, South Shore Bar and Grill.
Yes.
I just want to mention something also that happened before when we were talking about the cover bands and tributes.
Yeah.
A little bit after that, or soon after that, there was a starting needs for bands or artists who were trying to make their own songs, their own music. And Darko also was, I think, with the band that I know, one of the first who made their own CD.
Is that 70
Sorry about that, yeah.
Yeah, and then by accident also I created that Elements, and we were performing. We made also about 15 songs at that time, playing all over. Then Darko again, we met on the stage performing together with he was now in the Medencraft.
Yeah, that's the
Elements,
post-punk
Yeah.
period. Yeah.
yeah. And you see how everything kind of
Intertwines,
leads into
yeah.
this this
Correct.
moment, right?
That's right.
Yeah, I think for me, watching it all transpire from refugees to today is we went from cover in Serbian or Balkan language, and now here we are. First of all, no more covers, and then writing original music in English, but because it's a different lens, everybody's life experience is different.
Correct.
So the music itself it's going to have its own vibe.
Well,
It's going to
Yeah.
have its own sound. It's not going to, I think that's what makes it unique.
And
Correct.
also
But it's Canadian at the same time.
need to say something. We have a
Exactly.
voice,
You have to
right?
express yourself.
So you have to have your own voice, not to express yourself through the cover music that somebody else. No, what it's current.
Exactly.
What is
We
happening
want to
now.
make a mark, like like I always watch like how there's like this. Everybody knows Italian culture. They you watch Scorsese. You got that's covered. Everybody's interested in it, knows it. It's popular. We know Irish. But we kind of in the Balkans we've got so much to give, but we're kind of. I always felt we're not represented. And anytime it was represented, it's something kind of not good enough. So we're trying to kind of put ourselves
Yes.
in the DNA of Canada too, but in a strong way.
In a contributing positive
Yeah,
way. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.